Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Before we get into this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. Today's video is the 2nd of January, so we're going to be talking about January transfers. Of course, we had the game yesterday, so we had no transfer video, but today we're going to be talking about transfers, and the most important one for me is getting a number 10 in January. This video is going to be about my number one target to be number 10 in the... it is because... I had a thought when I already thought this about Emi Buendia, but I had a thought when I was watching the game against Blackburn yesterday, today for me, but yesterday for you. When Aronson got a whack in the eye, I suddenly thought, what happens if he gets injured? Because he's our only player who can play an out-and-out number 10. And I believe that. I think he's the only player who can do a good enough job of being an out-and-out number 10. But if he gets injured, we've got no backup. Now, Emi Buendia wouldn't be backup. He would be direct competition and maybe perhaps would start over Brendan Aronson, which would hopefully raise Brendan Aronson's game even higher, who, look, don't get me wrong, I think Aronson's been really, really good. But Emi Buendia is that level of championship experience mixed with having played in the Premier League as well. So today's video... what we're going to do is just have a little look at the last time he was in the Championship, because that's the most direct comparison, and it will have been under Daniel Farke as well. So that gives you a good idea of how he'd like to play under this manager and what results have been got out of him before. Now, Emi Buendia is not in favour too much for Villa. He doesn't get that much game time, so perhaps a loan move would be a good shout for him. It may be unrealistic. He may want to go to another Premier League club, maybe a little bit further down the table from Villa, but Leeds would, I think, offer him an interesting proposition because A, we're going for promotion, so you know you're going to be winning most games, which is a lot more fun than losing most games in the Premier League. B, he'd be working under a manager who he's played under before, and who he's thrived under before as well. That's how he got his move to Villa in the first place, by being really good for Daniel Farke's Norwich. So we're going to go back in time a little bit. We're going to go back to the 2020-2021 season, where for Norwich City in the Championship, Emi Buendia won the league, and he won the league with 15 goals and 15 assists in 39 starts, which is brilliant. To get more than a goal and assist per 2 games is really, really good. It's nearly a goal or assist a game. 30 goal contributions in 39 games. Really, really good. And 14 of those goals were non-penalty goals as well. So goals that actually resulted from open play, chance creation. It's his assists that I'm mainly wanting to look at. It's his mainly because Brendan Aronson is really good at a couple of things. He's really good at dropping the shoulder and going past someone, and he's getting on the score sheet as well. But I don't think he has that final pass. But Emi Buendia has shown before with 15 assists in the Championship. He's got that in the locker. He really does. His ability to assist goals has really, really put him up at the top of my list for players who I'd wanted to get in the Leeds lineup. Now, when we look at his expected assisted goals per 90, that's for the Championship season 2020-2021. His assisted goals, I've lost my mind. Expected assists. We're back on track. Expected assists. That's what I want to look at, because having 0.36 assisted goals per 90, expected assisted goals per 90, really puts him up there. And it bears out with how many assists he got. He got 15 assists in, obviously, a Championship season where you play about 45 games. He played 39, so he's actually even ahead of his expected. But obviously that means you're expected to get an assist roughly just under every 3 games. And that is a really, really good statistic for him to have. It's a really good statistic, and it shows that he has that ability to be able to play the pass into the right area at the right time and get assists. Now, of course, expected assists means that your striker should be scoring from these. So it doesn't always necessarily show out in their actual assists, because they might put it on a plate for a Patrick Bamford who might miss an absolute sitter. So therefore you go in, okay, well, yeah, really, he should have had an assist there, and it shows how well he is playing in terms of creating those chances. In terms of passing in that season, his passing was really, really progressive as well. The passes attempted 2,094, which is way above any other seasons that he's ever had. It was his most successful season in terms of how many times he was passing. So we got on the ball so much that season in terms of trying to get it forward. Total progressive passing distance, 26,266 yards is his total passing distance, and his total progressive passing distance was 8,750 yards. So basically, he is trying at every opportunity to get the ball forward. He's attempting to try to get forward, create chances. Now, one of the things I really want to look at is his shot creating action. So we talked about expected assists. Expected assists can only encompass what when he's directly involved in the pass before the shot, whereas your shot creating actions is more like how many times you are involved in those attacking plays. So it could be the person who passes it to the person who gets the assist, or it could be the person who gets the assist themselves, and there are many variations of that. It could be even somebody who wins a free kick, which is obviously a little bit of an anomaly. But his shot creating actions in that season was 238, which was his last season in the Championship. 238 shot creating actions. So he's involved in creating 238 shots in 39 games. 6.46 per 90. It's really, really impressive how often he would create chances, how often he would get the ball forward, and how often he would be that person to create something. When you think about all these passing statistics and you think about how many chances he created and how many goals he created in the last time he was in the Championship, that is one brilliant side of his game. The other side of his game is that he scores goals as well. He gets himself into good positions. He's got a good whip on his shot, and he can curl it around a goalkeeper, a bit like your Somerville style of shooting. And I think he's got it in the locker to have Lace's shots from distance as well that fly in straight as an arrow. So look, there's no other choice in terms of first choice for me. I think Emi Buendia is fantastic as that Championship option. He's probably would be the best player in the league if you were to get him. If we just have a little look just before we finished at his current kind of run for Villa, he's had four goals in the first season at Villa, and 5 goals in the second season at Villa. And yeah, look, it's gone down a little bit, and you expect it to go down a little bit because you're in the Premier League. But the underlying statistics, the underlying metrics, which I'm sure we've got a lot of trauma from Jesse Marsh saying that, the underlying metrics are there that he's able to create chances. 4 goals and 6 assists in the 2021-2022 season in the Premier League, and in the 2022-2023 season, 5 goals and 2 assists. So whilst not even playing, 22 games in the first season in the Prem, 27 games in the second season in the Prem, he has still shown that he's consistently doing things. So it's not like he's joined Villa and he's gone completely quiet and I'm just looking at his Championship statistics from years ago. The underlying statistics are still there, backing up the fact that Emi Buendia would be a fantastic, fantastic signing for Leeds. It's ambitious, it is, but that's what the 49ers want to go for. And if we can get him on loan with an option to buy, would be amazing. If we get promoted, an option to buy, Emi Buendia would be a great signing for us, because he's proved in the Premier League he can still get you 4 or 5 goals and 6 or 7 assists. So therefore, for me, that is the main choice for that number 10 role, on loan, hopefully with an option to buy. Let me know what you think down in the comment below. If you've got any other suggestions about transfers that we might have a look at this transfer window, or even just ones where you've thought, you know what, this guy would be in Leeds' price range and he's a little bit under the radar. Let me know in the comments down below, and you might see a video soon about that. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately though, and I shall see you in the next one.